happens, right? It's like T-minus 20 seconds to podcast, and the cat comes downstairs. Like,
it just knows.
Sooner or later, man, there's going to be a Jaws-like tail come by. He loves the spotlight. But
Wouldn't be the same without it.
We'll see if Colin the cat makes a celebrity appearance, like Steve Martin walking in the background of Weekend Update. It'll be great. The viewership through the roof. Can't wait. But we're glad you're here. Thanks for joining us on the Eternal Baseball Podcast, our 110th episode tonight.
Rolling.
Pretty excited about that. As usual, I'm Mark Weber. That's Brent Sandy. We are lifelong friends who've been putting together this Eternal Baseball thing for now into 5 seasons. We're in week 3 right now. We got a good matchup tonight, not just because of recent history, but Yankees Dodgers. There've been 12 World Series between these two.
That's
and they're
amazing.
both off to good starts. So sometimes, the pick for game of the week is sometimes strategic, like, hey, let's get this team in right now while they're playing well, or this team tends to fade. Let's get them in before the inevitable happens. But this one is just when you see it on the schedule and go, yeah, that's got to be game of the week.
That's the one.
Yep. That's like NBC going, who do we want to put on the NBA game of the week? Jordan against who? Right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of out there. So we will be bringing that to you here later on. Like we say, it's best baseball ever, and the best hour of baseball you'll see, especially this week. So we're happy to keep the seam heads happy during the long, cold winter. I've made no secret of my Yankee fandom, but given that it's in New York and we'll be playing as the Yankees today, I'm rocking the Dodger jersey on the wall back there. And if you don't know who number 3 is on the Dodgers, that would be Benny the Jet Rodriguez of Sandlot fame. So not everybody's got, plenty of people got their Fernandos and got their Duke Snyders and got their Jackie Robinson's jerseys. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'll take Benny the Jet any day, man.
Did you just get it?
I had it for a while. But
Gotcha.
I certainly wasn't rocking any Dodger paraphernalia.
I was going to say, I don't remember the previous 109 episodes. Haven't seen that. So
I think I've got maybe 12 different teams. And I'm not just collecting jerseys, right? They got to be something cool. So anything with a Weber on it is coming home. There's a Ryan Weber minor league Gwinnett Braves game-worn jersey on eBay. And it was Spider-Man night. So all the jerseys look like Spider-Man's costume.
Oh, man. What's the damage on that?
It's like $300. And I'm like, come on. I can't be. Why do you have to pitch on Spider-Man night? Right? Like I'd take the road grays. That'd be fine. But regardless, we have a good matchup tonight. Let's see. What do we got going on? If you're new to Eternal Baseball, thanks for joining us. You can always catch us here on the Eternal Baseball Podcast on Sunday nights. We also are all over Facebook and Twitter. Our homepage is eternalbaseball.com. We're all over Instagram. Lots of ways to interact with Eternal Baseball. And every Sunday I look up whose birthdays are today from the world of baseball. And today they pitched an absolute shutout. Not that nobody had a birthday today, but I don't know any of these guys. None of these names even ring the inklingest of bells for me. Let's see if I can throw a shutout at Roto too. You just let me know whether you've heard of these guys ever. A.J. Morris.
No.
Johnny O'Connor.
No.
Jeff Tackett.
Jeff Tackett.
He sounded a little familiar, but I knew a Jeff Tackey in college. So
okay, no.
Epi Barnes.
Epi or Epa?
It's E-P-P-I-E.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I'm going to assume it was Epi. How about this one? Cookie Lavagetto.
No, these are all in the first? Are you sure?
Yeah. That's what it looked like. According to Baseball Reference. If they're wrong, I'll throw them under the bus.
Hit the war button. Did you hit the war button?
No,
Hit the war button. See what comes out. I thought we had some big ones today.
I don't even know what the war button is. How about Dwayne Sloat?
Hit the war button so
I don't know.
we'll go from high to low war.
Hang on here. I wasn't ready for to do that.
Sorry, I put you on the spot here.
Trust me, Baseball Reference is never far away. See, now I got different names, but I don't know any of these guys either. Ready? Tom Duran.
Here, let me pull it up. December 1st.
It's just on the homepage. It says born on this day.
See, I got Larry Walker,
Holy shit.
George Foster, Ed Ruleback, Big Ed, Reggie Sanders.
Why is it giving me funky names?
Go to just type in Google. Go to baseball birthdays, and it should bring up.
If I go into it, it gives me some different names here. Christian Encarnacion Strand, like we know him, he's around. Dan Straley, Kirk Reeder, Reggie Sanders, Larry Walker.
Okay. So now hit the war button. That'll give you the big dogs.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. George Foster.
Yeah.
Javi Baez. All right. So Cookie Lavagetto is today. So they're just giving me the edited lowlights, apparently. Although Cookie does rank 10th in career WAR for everybody born on today, December 1st. So
you could do worse. You could do much worse.
All right. So there was some talent born today. It just wasn't showing it to me.
I'm just saying because I remember updating the site yesterday.
Right? All right. I'll be a little more. I'll be more careful next time. But no offense to the Lavagetto family, right?
I just want to make sure I hadn't messed up. So
yeah. Okay.
Oh, hey, Cameron's got a comment. Welcome, Cameron.
Look at this.
Yes. Hopefully, I assume John Tesh will be composing the music for this.
Dude, he makes so much royalties off of that. Good for him.
Whew. Classic.
It was called like Round Ball Roundup or something like that. Like, all right, good for you, John Tesh.
I'll look it up. Yeah, it has that.
He made a lot of money off of that. They were using it on somebody licensed it for a wrestling show like a year ago. And
Round Ball Rock.
Oh, there you go. You can't hear that and think of anything but basketball, right? They were playing it like as the intro for a wrestling pay-per-view or something. And I'm like, no, not gonna work.
Man, yeah, that's not gonna do it. Oh yeah, Cameron had it. Round Ball Rock.
There it is, right? Outstanding. Well, if you had John Tesh on your bingo card for Eternal Baseball, I'm glad.
Didn't he have a thing where like every anniversary he had? It was Connie Selica, right? The woman, yeah. And that he would do some outrageous like anniversary thing where like he would get her flown on a helicopter up to some like mesa where he had a piano set up, and
it was like, man, because Connie Selica in the early '80s was top shelf, right? Like he was.
Yes, he did well. Yeah, he outkicked his coverage on that one.
100%. Yeah, right. As a Bulls fan, Jordan and the Bulls face some other team. Like,
yeah, that was it.
The Rockettes behind him, right? Like,
I didn't mind that, but there's some games where Jordan would do like a 13 for 36, right? Shooting line, and it's like, wow, can we just put it in a little perspective? I know he's amazing, but
I remember them even showing it to Michael in the Bulls. Like, on a first name basis now. That's nice.
I mean, he's always Marv. I just remember Marv Albert too. It was always Marv Albert.
Dude, we had a great cut of Knicks basketball from it must have been the late '80s when they got Sidney Green, and they moved Ewing to power forward because Green was tall and could play defense, and they figured let him get the fouls, right? And Ewing could shoot a little bit, so feasibly it might have worked, but Sidney Green was a stiff. And there was this great cut we had of Marv Albert calling the Knick game. He goes, Green to the hoop, no good. Rebound, Green. He puts it back, no good. Green with the rebound, a hook shot, no good. Green with the rebound, fumbles it away. Sidney Green is killing the Knicks. Just Hall of Fame call of a guy getting 3 offensive rebounds off his own misses. 3 misses, 3 rebounds, and then got the ball still.
So good. So good.
Yeah,
up. Cameron. Yes.
Yep, that's it.
And it counts.
That's awesome. So yeah, that's where were we? Oh yeah, NBA basketball and John Tesh. So I learned something today. I'll get the birthdays. I'll get some more notables for the birthdays next week because Epi Barnes and Dwayne Sloat aren't moving the needle.
I was horribly worried that I was off by a couple days on my birthdays. So
right, no. I better that I'm off, right? So around the league, I was looking at divisions because remember last year it was the National League North where everybody was fantastic, and that's Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, St. Louis, and Chicago. I think the 3 of the 4 made the playoffs, and maybe Cincinnati didn't, but they were like 12 games over 500. Like it was a rough road.
That was an amazing division.
But so far this year, and kind of surprisingly, it's the American League West. Okay, well, that's the defending champs, the Oakland A's. Minnesota is off to a fantastic start, as chronicled in the free Eternal Baseball newsletter that goes out every Friday night. Gary Guidry is out of control, so good for him. The Angels are good for the first time ever, and the Mariners are good. And I've always thought the Mariners should be better than they've shown. Now I know they're technically an expansion team, but some of the next universe talent that's gone through Seattle, from Ichiro to Griffey to Randy Johnson to Edgar Martinez,
even A-Rod,
yeah, they don't get A-Rod though, ha ha ha, right?
I think they're okay with that, but
yeah, the funny thing is they don't want Cano. Like Seattle fans all the time are like, send Cano back, dirty steroids. And I'm like, oh, you want me to play Brett Boone? Come on. But regardless, anyway, the AL West is a combined 48-20 combined, right?
They were so bad last year. They were so bad.
Oakland won that division under 500.
Man.
So, and then won the World Series the Eternal Series because they got white hot. The flip is the National League East, where every team is under 500. And that's Montreal, Philadelphia, the Mets, and the Nationals. Now, the Nationals are the only team that's truly bad in that group. But combined, they're 28-40. That's a .410 winning percentage. So the East can be had. We'll give a shout out to Albert Pujols, who, and we mentioned this in the newsletter too, he and I think it's Edgar Martinez have hit streaks dating back to opening day, 15-game hit streaks or something like that. Anyway, Pujols is hitting .413, leading the National League, also tied for the league lead with 22 RBI. And there's 4 pitchers with 4 wins already. That's Dave Brown from the Birmingham Knights, Charles Bender from the Oakland A's, Nolan Ryan from the Los Angeles Angels of California, Anaheim, and Carl Mays of the Boston Red Sox. So kudos to the 4-win club.
Cameron was wondering if we could share the screen so he could check it out.
We're not to the standings part yet, Cameron. This is when I'm reading off the show list, right? Pretty soon I'll get into the Game 1 and Game 2 recaps. Before the Game 3 game of the week, and then we'll go into the week that was, and then we'll go into the standings. That's how it works.
Quick newsletter question too. I think it's probably in your spam folder, if I'm guessing. You shouldn't have to sign up again. I would check your spam folder. If it's not there, just sign up again, and I'm sure
we want to keep you. Once you sign up, you're in, baby.
Yeah. We got some big selling to do soon.
Yeah.
We actually missed our Black Friday opportunity. We didn't have anything to sell.
We got a big, I don't want to jinx it, but we're working on a partnership with Groupon that's going to be massive. So stay tuned for that. So back on track. So it's Yankees Dodgers. We'll be playing Game 3, the end of the series, from tomorrow's schedule. In Game 1, it was all Don Drysdale through a 3-hit shutout with 8 strikeouts. Dodgers blank the Yanks 7-0. And then Game 2 was a nice pitcher duel between Whitey Ford and Oral Hershiser. Hershiser actually pitched better, but an error from Gil Hodges let 2 unearned runs score.
Come on, Gil Hodges.
Right? What a loser, man. Mattingly with a homer. Mariano Rivera slammed the door for his league-leading 5th save, and the Yankees edged the Dodgers 4-3. And I don't remember if it was from an injury or a sickness. I thought we were going to have Drysdale tonight on the game of the week, but he pitched on Saturday. So consolation prize, we get Sandy Koufax. No problem.
That's what I love about this game.
the funny thing about Koufax, and I didn't know this, I didn't watch him obviously, but reading about him is that he wasn't great early on. He was plagued with control problems. The stuff was always there. But he put it together a couple of years into his career, but he only played, I think, 12 seasons because his arm was just killing him every time he pitched. And so he walked away. His last year, he was like, 22-3 with a 1.9.
That's amazing.
And it didn't miss serious time, just pitched hurt, like not injured, just like wounded all the time. And at the end of it, just said, yeah, I'm done. And I remember I saw some of the old news conference footage, and the reporters couldn't believe it, right? It was the best pitcher on earth, one of the best pitchers ever, walking away in his prime. And they were like, yeah, but we don't understand, Sandy. How could you not come back? And he was always polite, perfect gentleman, but you could see a little edge in him when he was like, do you know I iced my arm for 4 days straight, or 3 days back then probably, just to get on the mound and wince my way through 7 innings? Like, he was actually, it took a little personal because they didn't understand how much pain he was in because he masked it so well. So, no problem. We'll just try to beat Sandy Koufax. He's 2-0 with a 3.27 so far. The Yankees will send up another lefty, Ron Guidry.
Nice.
Love Louisiana Lightning. Yankee from 75 to 88. He's 2-2 with a 2.89.
Sandy Koufax. I love it. It's like the time I saw it. My only game I saw in Fenway. I was hoping to see it was when Wakefield was really pitching well. I was like, man, we could see Wakefield pitch. That'd be amazing. The knuckleball.
Yeah.
And then they flashed up. I was like, oh, that's not his number. I was like, who's pitching? It turned out to be Roger Clemens. It's like, all right.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I suppose.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, that's what we got for news and notes. Now I will absolutely share my screen. And the audio too, because I get that wrong half the time. Let's see, window. This one. Okay, this one. That one. Share audio. Boom! Look at that. All right, so iChart time. So this is our weekly tracker. So we're looking at week 3 out here. We got a little highlight. And the teams that are rocking. So the teams with great weeks, Boston, they're up 2 games in the East, as I recall. They went 5-1. Cleveland, who started 0-5, is now 7-10. So that's a pretty good turnaround for the Guardians, salvaging their season early. The Dodgers, 5-1. The Twins, we talked about, 5-1. Oakland, 5-1. The Mariners, 5-1. So none of those are surprises based on the info we gave you to start the show. But the rough weeks, the Arizona Diamondbacks, 1-5. Baltimore, who was good last year, they're 8-9. They're not terrible. But 1-5 was a tough week. Colorado, 1-5. The Marlins, 1-5. Tampa Bay, 1-5. Toronto and the Nationals.
Those bottom 4 teams every year. Just
it's kind of rough. But the Rangers are the one that won a title in one of our demo seasons. So there's hope, kind of. But man, Lightning's got a hit in about 5 different places.
1 in 1,000.
Yeah, it's a tough go in Texas. When you look at their rotation, and it's like, without Nolan, because he's in Anaheim, you're looking at like Charlie Huff and C.J. Wilson and Derek Holland and like Kevin Brown, who you think, oh, wow, Kevin Brown, he could really bring it. He wasn't very good in Texas. So, he belongs there. They had him more than anyone else, but he really exploded when he got to the Marlins and San Diego and New York and LA. And yeah, so anyway, that's the week that was. And then I'll drop this down and hopefully, there you go. So here you are looking at the league leaders. Now, bear in mind, we have simmed every game off tomorrow's schedule except the Yankee-Dodger one. So these numbers were not reflected in the last screen. But you can see that LA is off to a nice 3.5 game lead out west. The Braves are up a game on Houston. That's usually how that division shakes out, is a Braves-Astros dogfight. Cincinnati, St. Louis, and Chicago all tied at 11-7. Pittsburgh 1 game back. The Mets and Phillies are both hit 500. They're tied atop the East with Montreal close. There's that incredible AL West with Minnesota and Oakland tied with the best records in the whole league. Well, tied with Boston at 14-4. And then Seattle 2 games back, LA 3 games back. In the South, Birmingham is okay, not as good as usual. But no one ever mounts a threat in the South. Looking at you, Kansas City.
One of these years. Come on, Casey.
I'm just happy that the White Sox are playing well because nobody's been able to say that for about a year and a half. So Chicago's at 11-7, up 2 games on Detroit in the North. And then Boston's got a 2.5 game lead on the Yankees as we enter play tonight. So that's where we're at. Let's get to today's schedule. Like I said, the only drawback to this program is that the schedule always starts in January, and our season started in November. So here we are looking at December 2nd, LA and New York, both home teams. Here we go.
I'd love it. One of these years, the Royals have to just hit it.
There's talent there, right? Especially with Bobby Witt's numbers getting better every year.
Yeah.
So Witt, you love him. George Brent, love him. Sal Perez, love him.
Country breakfast.
Right? Yeah, and you would think
lock and load.
You would think you could win with the rotation, right? With Greinke, with Saberhagen, with Apier, like
yeah, right. I mean,
Gubaza,
should be good enough.
Like it's not a bad rotation, and the bullpen's fantastic.
Right,
so, like Quisenberry and Wade Davis and Kelvin Herrera when he was brilliant for a couple of years. That's all you need to make an eternal baseball roster.
Serious.
So I keep looking at KC and hoping. So we'll see because we want every team to be as competitive as possible. So here we go, Dodgers, Yankees. Oh, let me hide that guy. All right, so 2 injuries to talk about. I think it's Camilli, who I didn't know that much about. He was a really good hitter in the 50s for the Dodgers, but he's hurt. And on the other side, Joe DiMaggio dislocated his elbow sliding into second a couple weeks ago. He won't be back till after Christmas. But the Yankees do get Lou Gehrig back tonight, which is weird to talk about Lou Gehrig coming off the injured list. But it is how it works. So let's get, where are you here? Sandy. And then Guidry. All right, so Yankees versus left-handers. Do we want to look at this year's stats, which is like 17 games worth, or the actual stats that are entered for the players?
Yeah, let's do this year's.
All right, so we're far enough that we use a replay.
It's a small sample size, but
it's accurate.
Yeah, it might give us some.
Look at that. Willie Randolph has an OPS of 4,000 against left-handed pitchers.
We have to do it for Mike, right?
We might have to go with him. All right. So and then you got Rodriguez and Posada.
Sorry, you froze for a sec. Let's see. Leading off, that's good.
If you put, Posada's slow, but if you put him in the 2-hole, you split up your switch hitters. So you go righty switch.
Sure, sounds good.
Or we could put Jeter up in the 2-hole where he always hit.
We could put Judge. Judge in the 2 would be pretty good.
You can do that. We also got Lou Gehrig. You could put up there.
It's just the Yankee squad, man. You look at it.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. All right, so then we got
A-Rod. You're talking about Babe Ruth. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. We got Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth sucks against left-handers, right? But how do you not play Babe Ruth, right?
Yeah, let's get him in.
Hey Ruth, you're in. You're starting today. Okay, thanks, Coach. Like,
thanks, Skip.
Oh, and he's like, I'm finally getting my shot.
Yes.
Jeter at short. Okay, and left field is the hole because
And DiMaggio's out.
because of DiMaggio being hurt slides Mantle.
Why don't we put Ruth in left? He's horrible. And then we could put Marison right.
I think the way it works best defensively is the only other left fielders are Yogi, played left at the end of his career, and he's pretty bad. Yep. But Mantle plays a fantastic left field, as you would expect.
Okay.
Because he's normally a center fielder.
Put Marison center?
You have to play Judge in center.
Oh, okay.
And then Maris can play right, and Ruth can DH.
Sounds perfect.
There you go. So, yeah, we're starting Posada and ahead of Dickey and Barrett. But Posada's a switch hitter, and they're both lefties. We're facing a lefty. By the way,
good.
I don't
not just lefty, the lefty.
Right. Do you think Dickey or Barrett are screaming about missing a Koufax game? Probably not. Right? Oh, we're one over the roster limit. This is because
Tony Lazzari.
Garrett just became Lazzari doesn't get.
He's good. I actually like Lazzari a lot.
Yeah. The guy was a little redundant as Gordon, actually, because he only plays second. Gordon and Randolph. But Lazzari can play third. So he's it's actually Charlie Keller. It's King Kong Keller, they called him. He got called up when DiMaggio got hurt, and he's been awful. So, Charlie, we love you, but we'll see you later. All right.
I don't know how I came to it the other day, but King Kelly is a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, that's why he's on the team.
Yes. That's amazing. We were making, it's a great joke, great running bit, but
he has a plaque, right? But he may try to sneak into this game as Charlie Keller, not knowing that there are no names on the back of the Yankee uniform, so it's not going to help him. All right, so over in LA, OPS versus left. Pedro Guerrero, Justin Turner, Gil Hodges, Roy Campanella, and Babe Herman are the top five. Babe Herman is rated as a 4 in right field, and from what I've read, that's about 2 times what it should be. They said the guys joked that he was allergic to leather. He hated. Not only was he bad at fielding, he hated fielding, but he played in the 1920s. So dig it, man. No DH. Everybody's got to play the field somewhere.
He was kind of a small guy, right? It should have been passable, you assume.
Yeah, no, but he hit the ball a ton. So whatever, that's Babe Herman for you. So from an on-base percentage, these numbers are so small. But it looks like Justin Turner or Pedro Guerrero would lead off.
Let's put Jackie in the lead. No one's going to give us any grief over that.
That's fine. All right, so Jackie will probably do Hodges and Campanella here. Do you like Pedro Guerrero or Justin Turner or Babe Herman for the 2-hole?
Let's do Herman's a lefty, so let's put just Pedro Guerrero. Let's do it.
And Guerrero will
small sample size for sure, but we'll go with it.
That's a generous 5 at third base for Pedro Guerrero too. Okay. All right. So
that's like putting Encarnacion there, right?
Right. We'll play Olaru the catcher. Don't lie. Herman will get in the DH. He loves the DH. Here we go. Turner. If Turner plays third.
And a really bad second. Wow.
Guerrero can play a bad right field. Don't hit it to right. And then we can play Cody Bellinger. He's a really good right fielder.
Yeah, let's do that instead.
Instead of Guerrero?
Sure.
All right, we'll give us another lefty up high.
Let's get Zach Weed in there. I always like that guy.
Okay, yeah, he's a really good left fielder, so hang on.
Yeah. And then we'll put we got to get Duke.
Yeah, Duke Snyder's got to be the center fielder, even though he's not great so far against lefties. And then your shortstop is Pee Wee Reese.
Sure.
Or Corey Seager, if you want.
Let's go with the righty matchup there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Billy Butler and left.
Oh, now we're talking.
There we go.
Dude, Cameron's got good points here. Look at this. Yeah, that's a good point. But that's why we put him on the bench. We don't trust him.
you really convinced us on that one.
Yep. All right, looks like we're ready for baseball.
Let's do it.
Pitching for New York, number 4.
Sound.
Ron Guidry. Leading
All
off
right.
Los Angeles, second baseman, number 42, Jackie Robinson.
I mean, come on.
That's
Ron
pretty
Guidry
cool.
versus Jackie Robinson. That just it doesn't make sense.
The matchups that really bring the room together.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so we'll give control of LA back to the computer. Jackie is a great bunter, so we'll bring A-Rod in just in case. Man doesn't look too worried about that. Right.
Maybe one of these years we'll do a throwback season where, maybe we'll put the Dodgers in Brooklyn.
Right.
Have them play in Brooklyn and shift some of the other teams around.
Have the Seattle Pilots. That'd be
there you go. Was it where the Orioles were what? The St. Louis Browns? Is that right?
St. Louis Browns, yeah.
Yeah.
We have the Colt 45s in Houston.
There you go.
Like now we're talking. We put the A's anywhere. The Montana A's would be great. Here's Babe Herman.
Strike 3. Hero.
Oh, the A's in KC. Yeah, there you go.
Good to see you.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're even on an hour later this year, so you're really burning the midnight oil. We appreciate it. Here's Roy Campanella.
First baseman, number 14, Gil Hodges.
Gil Hodges. Yeah. Could be a long night, Roto.
Playing some small ball.
Throw to third, out chance 10%.
Oh, we're gonna get Campanella for sure.
I mean,
this is a sure
Campanella,
thing.
right?
Sure
Mantle
thing.
should get him. All right.
Two.
Yeah. Did Hodges take
Right
second?
fielder,
No.
number
No harm.
35, Cody Bellinger.
2 down, Cody Bellinger at the plate.
Strike 3.
Sitting down.
Pitching for Los Angeles, number 32,
We gotta get Koufax out of there.
Yeah, right.
Leading
Take some
off for
pitches,
New York.
boys.
second baseman, number 30, Willie Randolph.
Randolph, it's funny because I only saw Randolph kind of at the tail end of his career, right? But I never gave him enough credit, man. He steals a base pretty much whenever you need one. His defense is slick. He hits for average, has a little power, more than you'd think from his frame. And he walks all the time. So
good bunter too, right?
Yeah, Willie Randolph can play on my team any day.
Just a solid dude.
Get there, Willie. Nah, not quite.
Center fielder.
Oh, and he never
number
ages,
99.
right? You see, he comes out
Judge.
for old timers day, and he looks better than some of the current players. Josh Donaldson is like hiding in the dugout, so he's not in the same photo. Here's Aaron Judge.
Strike 3.
Oh, what do you know? Striking out against the
First
Dodgers. I
baseman,
think I've seen that.
Number 4, Lou Gehrig.
Here's Lou Gehrig. Yeah, not quite there. Cameron
Third
makes
baseman, number
a point
10,
about
Justin Turner.
Campanella, whose career was ended in a car accident. And I knew that was true. I didn't realize it happened after the last game in Brooklyn, but in that offseason before they moved to LA.
That's right. So he never played in LA.
He was never an LA Dodger, only a Brooklyn Dodger.
Yeah, that's a tragic story for sure.
Big time. Here's Justin Turner, redhead.
Left fielder.
I want to
Jack
root for Justin
Wheat.
Turner, right? As the most red hair in the league. But when the Dodgers won the title, and I'm not bemoaning the Dodgers when they won in 2020, right? Some people like to chip away at it because it was a 60-game season and no fans and whatever. Everybody played the same. They played the best. There's nothing wrong with that title. Except he had to leave the field mid-game for testing positive for COVID. And then
that was so weird. It was like 8th inning or something, right? It was so late.
But then he came rushing back out with no mask to celebrate on the field and getting all the team photos. I'm like, and that was probably November of 2020, but we weren't as terrified of the coronavirus then, but it was still pretty new, right? Like, I don't know.
They really just needed a protocol that was a little better than.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're testing before the game, get the results before the game, right?
Probably a good point. Yeah. Okay, here's Zach Wheat, who's a fantastic player.
Oh, it's KC guy. Camera was saying.
Oh, there we go.
Center fielder, Duke Snyder.
Come on, Duke.
Look at this picture. It looks like Captain America, right?
So good.
Come on. We got about that.
Oh.
Maris is under it, though. All right.
Left fielder, number 7, Mickey
Left
Mantle.
fielder. Sounds weird. The funny thing was, when Derek got hurt,
Third baseman,
I wasn't
number
sure who
13,
the backup
Alex
at first base
Rodriguez.
was. Because I knew Mattingly wasn't active. And the backup first baseman is Mickey Mantle. He was a pretty good first baseman late in his career.
Really?
In spot duty, right?
Yeah.
He was never a full-time first baseman. But I'm like, hey, that's cool. Just another thing to have in the pocket, right?
Well, good enough athlete. He probably could do anything, right?
Yeah. First base isn't too terrible. Here's A-Rod
Strike 3.
sitting down.
Catcher, number 20, Jorge Posada.
That's Posada looking at Dickey and Berra in the dugout, laughing at him at the plate. Yeah, go get him, Jorge. All right.
Shortstop,
This might be a quick game.
Could be.
If it doesn't go extras.
Yeah, here's one of the big what ifs, right? Or if he doesn't tear up his knee.
Yeah, the knee injury was huge.
Because they said he was one of the fastest players, not just in the league, but that anyone had ever seen. So imagine the doubles and triples he lost. And he always said he swung for a home run every time. You wonder if that would have been true if he kept his wheels, right?
And what's the New York Post, the gossip page? I'm forgetting.
Page 6?
Page 6. Yeah. I mean, and his late night activities certainly would have been shamed quite a bit, I think, back in this current era.
They talked about, I think it was in spring training down in Florida one year. They had the Musials over for dinner. The Mantles did. And Stan Musial's a perfect gentleman. I'm sure his wife was too. No one ever speaks poorly of Mrs. Musial.
I've never heard anything bad ever said about Stan Musial, though.
Yeah.
Either.
So so they had a lovely dinner, nice conversation. They thanked them, and the Musials left. And Mickey told his wife as they left, "That's who I should have been, right? If I'd have stayed healthy and maybe taken it a little easier after the game, maybe I would have been Stan Musial."
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. We're getting overrun now.
Yeah. Welcome, Dave.
Good to see you. All right, so here we go. Pee Wee Reese, great bunter. We're not falling for that. Look at that. Lashes it through the hole. Whatever. Here's Jackie Robinson.
Same spot.
Yep. Mickey's got it. Now, I'm not going to complain about an outfield of Mantle, Judge, Maris. But I really like a couple years ago when we added the Hall of Fame logos on the pictures of the Hall of Famers. Man, when you go Mantle, DiMaggio, Ruth, left, center, right, it's just like the brain can't process it.
Too much
good stuff. All right, here's Babe Herman.
No.
It's a wild one. Pee Wee's on the move. Wild pitch. All right, fine. One down, Babe Herman. The tapper to Willie.
That picture looks like he would just was informed he had to play in the field there.
Right. It's the best one I could find, too. So let's see. It was a bad throw from Randolph, but a nice grab by Gehrig to stop it. So first and third down, one out for Roy Campanella.
Oh, that's a run.
Definitely. Even with Judge's arm. If your name's Pee Wee, you better be fast, right? Here's Gil Hodges.
Ball 4.
Walking.
I do love these black and white photos, though. That's pretty cool.
Anytime there's a guy right on the edge, I'll always grab the black and white. So it's 1-0 Dodgers, 2 down. Here's Cody Bellinger. Another one.
Oh, man.
I feel bad for Bellinger. Dodger fans, when we post lineups with Bellinger, they hate on him like crazy. Because he was, NL MVP his second year, like Rookie of the Year, MVP.
Was he like 20 or something? He was so young.
Yeah. But he wrecked his shoulder. He had a shoulder injury that never quite healed. So he's 70% of the player he used to be, right? And he'll never be better than that. But he's still a pretty good pro, right? And it's not like they traded him and he went nuts somewhere else, or he went to the Giants, or, he's just gone doing his best with what's left of his shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be disappointed it didn't work out. But I don't know how you're mad at Bellinger. But if he gets a single here, I'm going to be mad at him.
Ball four.
No,
Take your base.
Whew. All
Starting
right,
to worry about Guidry here.
Yeah, we might have to get someone up. Where are we?
There's
Third
2
inning?
down.
Yeah, we got to stick with him. All right, he's got Turner.
Looks like it. A-Rod's got it. Throw to Randolph in time. All right, fine.
Designated hitter, number 3. Babe Ruth.
Here's the matchup right here.
Ruth
Right?
Koufax, right? Like, come on. He sends it, but Snyder seems pretty comfortable under it. Yeah, no problem. Here's Derek Jeter.
Shortstop, number 2. Derek Jeter.
Tapping out. Do we have a hit? Let me check.
Right fielder,
No,
number
no, we
9.
don't.
Roger.
It's only
Maris.
the third, but just store that one away. Here's Roger
That would be amazing.
right?
Count.
Oh, Lordy.
Here's Zach Weed. Tapping it. Not on purpose, I don't think. Duke Snyder. That one's going long, long way.
Jump.
Right? Damn it, Maris.
So there's a birthday tomorrow. It's a Hall of Famer. His name is Deacon White. He was a superstar back in the 1880s, 1890s.
Okay.
But he was the picture of him is he was a barehanded catcher, like before they were wearing gloves at all. I mean,
Right?
can you imagine how bad he would get nicked up back in the day without protective gear? And
Can you imagine the callus on that hand?
oh my
Right?
goodness!
Oh my God.
But supposedly he was supposedly a defensive whiz, just like an amazing catcher.
I mean, he must have played for a franchise that doesn't exist anymore, because we try to keep Hall of Famers on their squads if we can, but there's a couple guys who just played 150 years ago.
Yeah, I think he was on Boston for a couple years. And and the stats are good. Like, obviously the average is outstanding, but
Right.
let's see, he played for the Chicago White Stockings, the Boston Red Stockings, the Cleveland Forest Cities.
Okay.
In 1872. I love some of these old teams.
Played for the Buffalo Bisons.
Yes.
Munchkin 9.
There you go.
Look into
Excellent.
this.
The Detroit Wolverines.
That's great, by the way.
Welcome, Munchkin.
Pee Wee Reese, 76% to steal.
I don't think we've had a 27 up, 27 down. Have we had an actual perfect game yet?
I think someone has thrown a perfecto, but we weren't watching it. It wasn't live. I was watching one live a couple weeks ago when Whitey Ford had a no-hitter in the 9th. I was actually playing the game as the Yanks, and it was against Baltimore, and somebody left-handed was coming up at the end, or maybe it was a switch, Brian Roberts or somebody with one out in the 9th, and Ford throwing a no-hitter. And I went there and I looked, and the computer had him come to the plate. I'm like, there's no way. They were losing like 4-0. There's no way Baltimore is letting Brian Roberts hit in the 9th with Eddie Murray on the bench. Right? Not happening. So I put in Murray. I took over Baltimore, put in Murray, gave control back to Baltimore, and Murray hits a home run to left.
Blew the
And I
shutout.
was like, blew the no-no, blew the shutout. I think the Yankees won anyway, but it was the right move. And the computer doesn't always make the right move. Not that we do to either, but But if there's an Oriole fan out there who can make a credible argument for Brian Roberts hitting over Eddie Murray in the 9th inning, I'd love to hear. One down, Jackie Robinson.
Ball 4.
Walking.
Take your base.
I think we got to go to the pen.
Probably got to get somebody ready. The Yankees do have a couple of relievers that can go long innings. So dig it. There's Goose Gossage, can throw 50 pitches before he wears out. That's not bad. Brigetti can throw 50. Sparky Lyle can throw 50. So,
sounds good. You choose.
Well, we got a lefty on the mound, so I think I'll put the edge to Gossage because it'll let us bring a righty in to face this lefty elite or lefty centered lineup. So I think they call him Rich, though. I got to fix that because not that there's anything wrong with the name Rich, right? I don't want to get in trouble. But he's Goose, right? When was the last time someone called him Rich Gossage? Come on. All right, Guidry, let's hope he's not needed.
Strike 3.
All right. 2 down, Roy Campanella.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, crowd.
Uh-oh.
Man's under it, though. Get there, Mickey. Oh, look at that. See, if you go right down the line and you're a Yankee, the Yankee fans will let you catch it. If you're Mookie Betts, they will mug you.
My favorite part is the guy who just raised his hands. It's like, what? Like, we didn't do anything.
Ain't nothing yet. Yeah. And I'm like, Yankee fans and Mookie Betts have a lot in common. They both hate Boston. But that's another one. Boston fans. Man, they hate Mookie Betts.
Why?
Like, because he wasn't going to stay. That's the rationalization. They had to trade him. He wasn't going to stay.
Why would you not pay that guy? Of all the guys, right?
I mean, they haven't. That's when they stopped paying anyone, right? So, and they were able. Remember, part of that deal was it was part of that deal where Boston or LA took David Price and somebody else with a decent salary. So
yeah, it was. It was the Josh Beckett. Is that right?
Might have been Beckett.
Yeah. Oh, Cameron has a. Let's see here. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, a lot of guys feel that way. I mean, forever, probably, right? But all right, here's Willie Randolph. Come on, Willie. Nope.
Sorry, Mike. He's going inactive after the game.
Yeah, we need some help here. Aaron Judge. Oh, look at that. Bink.
It's over.
We're winning this game now.
Send it.
Oh, boy.
No.
58, not bad.
With Gehrig, though. I love it. That's the problem with the Yankee lineup.
Strike 3.
Ooh, Lou sits. 2 down for Mickey Mantle.
Ball 4.
All right. Yeah, he makes a point about Joe Morgan. Man, when Sunday night baseball was a new thing on ESPN, right? It was a big deal for guys like us stranded in Oregon with no baseball games on ever. Joe Morgan and John Miller. John Miller's brilliant. And I didn't know Morgan that well because I started watching baseball in like 85, 86. So I didn't know Morgan as a player that well. He would destroy the second baseman in the games he called early for ESPN. Just pick them apart. Like, well, they got the out, but let me show you the terrible footwork employed by Steve Sachs. Not to mention the noodle arm throw to first, which he hops. And I'm like, I mean, he wasn't savage on anybody else, but second basemen were just. And I remember he tore apart everybody like the first month. And then they got Cubs somebody, and he couldn't do anything with Sandberg. But he didn't give him credit either. He wasn't like, this is how it's supposed to be done.
Just didn't say anything.
No, he's just mad that this guy wasn't providing him any material. Here's A-Rod. 2 on, 2 down. Yanks down 2.
Strike 3.
A-Rod down 2. Kill Hodges.
Ball 4.
Walking.
Sorry, I lost you for a sec there if you asked anything.
This was Joe Morgan. Yeah, exactly right. That's Joe Morgan.
Ball 4.
Oh, boy. Oh, I think we still have Gossage up, which might have been a mistake because he's probably wearing out. Oh, not bad. All right. So
Could have been an actual quote.
I mean, we've got two lefties coming up next. So would we put Gossage in now to face Turner, knowing there's lefties the next two, or do we ride Guidry for another?
Sorry, it froze for a sec. Yeah, you can. I mean, if you want to ride Guidry out for the two lefties.
All right. Don't screw this up, says Jorge. All right. A line out to third. Zach Wheat. Judge is under that, I think. Yep. Holds Hodges. And now Duke Snyder.
Strike three.
Sitting down. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Here's Hip Hip Jorge. Tapping out. Man, Koufax.
Should we get Gossage down?
Probably, unless we think we're going to use him next inning. But go ahead, Rich. Have a seat. Babe Ruth.
I love this matchup.
He didn't get much of that. Snyder's coming in. Yeah. Derek Jeter. Good bunter, but Campanella's a 9 behind the plate with an 8 arm. So probably got to earn this one.
Yeah.
Or not. We got
we're going to get one. We're going to get one hit.
Here's Pee Wee Reese. Jackie Robinson. All right, we're getting to the top of the order here.
I need to throw over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. 60%. I'll take it. Oh boy.
Darn it.
Yeah, because here comes 3, 4, 5. And they got 2 on. Unless Jackie scores, he'll probably score. All right, 2 on, 1 out. We're going back to that bullpen. Hey, Goose. You're probably still warm. All right. Campanella. Lines out to Gehrig. So now we got 2 down for Gil Hodges. We could walk Hodges, who's hitting 300, and pitch to Bellinger, who's hitting 224.
I think that's a smart move, actually. Let's do it.
You say that like I just throw stuff against the wall. Like there aren't years of intricate.
One of the rare times where you've made a lot of sense, Mark. Let's go. Let's go with it.
knock it off, Webb. You're making me nervous. All right, so we will walk Hodges and let the lefty pitch to Bellinger.
Hey, all right. Look at you, Webb.
Simple game, man. Simple game.
Come on, Roger.
Roger Maris.
Koufax got to be tired of this one, huh?
Tired of striking guys out. He's only thrown 71 pitches. Come on.
We're losing this one.
Yeah, probably. Here's Willie Randolph. Come on, Willie.
Koufax has the rare. Well, wow, he gave that a pretty good ride.
Not bad.
He's got the 3+ signs tonight.
Right. Here's Aaron Judge. Walking.
Ooh,
got a base runner. Ooh. Call your friends. We got a base runner. Here's Lou Gehrig with 2 down. Oh, he hit him. I can hit Lou Gehrig coming off the DL. Everyone said that Koufax was kind of a jerk.
Man, here's already. Man, here we go. One swing.
Yeah, meanwhile, Don Drysdale's in the dugout going.
Well done, sir.
Yep. All right, so 2 on, down 2. Here's look at this. If you actually read the whole thing over here, the pitch hit Gehrig in the midsection. Judge moves into scoring position. Gehrig isn't pleased with that one. Campanella is holding him back.
Wow.
Koufax is yelling at Gehrig. All right.
Wow. Yes. Here we go.
A bit of artistic license. It said cooler heads prevail. So, All right.
Here we
So
go.
Mickey, come on.
One swing of the bat.
It's a pop out.
Come on.
Bummer. We should have played Guerrero in, right?
All right, should we get Goose in?
Yeah, I think.
No, a couple lefties. Where's Guidry's at 110? He's probably got to be.
He's got 30 pitches left before he's done, but
Your call, man. He hasn't pitched too badly.
let him start with Turner, and we'll see from there.
Strike 3.
All right. I'll let you face some lefties. Oh, boy. Yeah, comments are coming through. Sure.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Didn't catch those.
Zach, we going for 3, and he's in there.
All right. We will try to bunt. If we got the problem with the Yankees, you can't really even bunt with the Yankees. So it's just what, Jeter and Randolph, I guess.
And Randolph, yeah.
Everybody else, just too good of a hitters.
Duke Snyder is not that different, lefties versus righties. So I think it's Goss's time.
All right, let's do it.
Come here. They're going to call him Rich. I just know it. No, wait. Over here. There we go.
Pitching for New York, number 54, Rich Gossage.
Terrible.
Rich.
And I can't tell them to pronounce Rich Goose, or you'll have Goose Aurelia hitting for the Giants at some point. Yeah, we can't be having that. Here's all right, Goose Goss. 1 out. Runner on third.
Ball 4.
Walking Goose Snyder.
Come on, Goose.
Yeah, right. Talk to me, Goose.
Oh, he's going.
He's going. We're totally gonna throw. Eyes in there. What a slap that was. All right.
All right.
Pee Wee.
Ball 4.
Walking.
Jeez. It's coming off the rails here. I guess we
Yeah.
got to get someone else up, huh?
Imagine that. We went to the pen and the pen betrayed us. Let's we'll double barrel it. We'll do Lyle and Betances. Man, Betances was so good before the Yankees pitched him into the ground. And they knew he was done too, right? They didn't even tender him a contract that last year. They're just like, good, appreciate all the work. And they knew it. He was done.
So what's he doing right now?
He's out. Like, he hasn't pitched in 3 years, I don't think.
Is it 3 years now?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, it didn't last long. The Mets paid him 2 years. But he barely pitched in year 1. I don't think he pitched at all in year 2.
And tell me, it was a shoulder? Just
I think it was shoulder. Yeah, pitching shoulder.
shoot.
Because the Yankees would throw him like 85 innings out of the pen. Like, merciless on him.
Cameron, Goose Cote.
Yeah, right? Forgot about Goose Cote. All right, bases loaded, 1 out. Goose Gossage to Jackie Robinson. That's probably going to score 1. Fly ball to Roger Maris. He's under it.
Not even going to. Huh?
7%.
I think you have to.
Because we're not scoring 4 off Koufax, right? Here's the throw. He's in there. You know what? Jeez. Look at this guy, Babe Herman. He's a left-handed hitter. Hits 366 against righties, 347 against lefties. So you can't even say he struggles against lefties. No, he doesn't.
Oh, Lordy.
He's just not quite as dominant.
So, yeah, Cameron's got a Betances question. You would know him better than I. Oh, no.
Oh, it's gone?
He hit a dinger.
It didn't look like it was going to carry, but that's the game, ladies and gentlemen.
369. Boo, Babe Herman.
No, Betances didn't come for. Betances was a Yankee draft pick. But the Cubs did send Glaber was the headliner in that deal. And that same year, the Yankees traded Andrew Miller to the Indians. And they got, they called him Red Thunder. He was the Clint Frazier.
Oh yeah. He didn't pan though, huh?
No, he didn't.
Is he still on their bench though? I can't remember.
No, they let him go, and he ended up. I think he got a chance with Philly or something, but it never panned out. He had red hair. He's a glorious prospect. I'm like, this will be my new favorite guy. No.
Guess you got to stick with. Was it Dustin May? I'm trying to remember.
Oh yeah. He's got a bunch of red hair. Yeah. I'm taking Gossage out just because I'm embarrassed
Pitching for New York,
him.
number 28, Sparky Lyle.
Put in Sparky Lyle. Betances only has a 25 pitch limit, so since we're not planning to use him, we'll sit him down. And we should be able to get through these last couple innings real fast, unless the Dodgers just keep hitting.
Campanella's speed is killing us.
Right? He's amazing. Gil Hodges got quite a bit of that.
Oh, jeez. All right, here's the trade while we lament that homer.
Right? I mean,
Adam Warren, Billy McKinney. Huh.
Warren ended up being a decent arm out of the pen, but Glaber was the front runner there.
Ball four.
Headliner.
Take your base.
And now Lyle walks Bellinger. Jeez. We'll get David Robertson up. Houdini. And Lyle boots a grounder. Theater of the Horde here. Lyle is strong. He's just kind of terrible right now, so put Houdini out there.
Pitching for New York, number 30, David Robertson.
Excuse me.
All right. Well, I guess won't be any extra innings tonight.
I didn't know there was carousel mode in baseball. But hey, Duke Snyder struck out. Yeah, whatever. It's almost 11. Koufax is throwing is it a one-hitter? A one-hitter, and it's 8-0 Dodgers. So if you've never
he just struck out the
if you've never gone speed dating before, I think this is kind of what it's like.
Track 3.
All right. Robinson's going to run out of gas, though. Dave Rigetti's got a lot of pitches.
At this point, we should probably put in a position player.
Yeah. We're still in this game.
Does Tony Lazzari have a pitch can?
Right. Ruth can pitch. You want Ruth to pitch the ninth? He'd love to pitch the ninth.
Can he actually pitch?
I think so. We'd just be moving him from... Oh, no, he's DHing, huh? Bummer. I'm not going to let Jackie Robinson steal. Up 8-0.
Yeah, Cameron had the same thing. He had to put Ruth in. Yeah.
Whatever. If you steal Jackie... Oh, wait a minute.
Jackie knows the unwritten rules.
I hope so. All right, give me Rags.
Pitching for New York.
That'd be awesome if he actually went.
Rigetti.
It's a little tapper. Gehrig's on it. Flip to Rigetti. Somebody's out. How many is that? 2. Campanella. Tapper Jeter. Over to first. Yeah, Campanella's flying. So here we go. Bottom of the 8th. Like, does anybody hit lefties that we're not using? Yeah, Lazzari's not bad.
Want to put it in for Jeter?
Yeah, Jeter hasn't done anything. Plus, this will make, and I'm a Yankee fan too, but this will make their heads explode. Because I'll put Lazzari at third and slide A-Rod to shortstop.
Ooh, don't you dare. Don't you
never,
dare.
They never played him at shortstop in New York. Not even when Jeter was on the DL.
Really?
Just because they didn't want to start that conversation.
Wow.
Right?
He was so good when he had knees too, right?
Number 6.
I mean, those Seattle years, man, he was a legit defender.
Tony Lazzari got into one.
Oh, he got it.
Is it fair? Oh, look at you, Roto.
Feels good.
Take that, Sandy Koufax. You
Get that guy out of here. Get him out.
That guy's
324. What's the actual line? Is it 310, 320?
Something like that. Yeah. Down the line, it's not much, but especially in right field. But all right, Roger Maris.
Strike 3.
Sitting down, whatever. Yeah, we get it. 314 down the line. I mean, Willie Randolph. Haven't been impressed today, Willie. His numbers are still better. Fine.
Strike 3.
Sit down. I'm glad they're reminding us with every strikeout what Sandy's total is.
Sorry, it froze there for a sec. I didn't hear.
I'm just glad they're reminding us every time Sandy strikes somebody.
Cameron was saying he thinks it's 314 down the left field. So, man,
yeah,
that's when you kind of throwing your glove in the air. And
see what you do. Here's Lou Gehrig. We got some of that.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's off the fence.
No,
come on, Duke Snyder.
All right, so now we're gonna perform heresy and put Lazari at third, A-Rod at short, where he's rated better defensively than Jeter. Just saying. For Gil Hodges. Well, that was easy. Where you been all my life, Dave Rigetti?
Strike 3.
I think we went to the wrong guy early.
Yep.
If A-Rod gets this one.
Look at this.
Wow.
It's a Jeter play where he runs into the stands, comes out all bloody. That actually A-Rod gave up on that ball. That's the reason Jeter had the free range to go get it and cream his face into the second row seats. All right, so here's Mickey Mantle.
Ball 4.
Walking.
Oh, Koufax is falling apart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't. Jeter gets, and I watched a lot of Yankee baseball, right? It's hip now to say Jeter was a bad shortstop. Jeter was overrated at everything because of the star he was in that media market. But he was also really good at everything. So here's A-Rod. Come on, A-Rod, our new shortstop. Oh, you smell that rally?
Rally caps.
Mantle taking third because he's got fundamentals. First and third, nobody.
Oh, we got to go Berra here, right?
Yeah, I think he
Or Dickey.
Posada's been awful. I'm going to look at their regular stats here. OPS versus left. Yeah, it says Dickey. So
Let's do it.
that's because you did nothing
Pinch
all
hitting
day,
for New
Jorge.
York. Number 8, Bill Dickey.
It's so easy. We should have started playing this game harder earlier. Hey, A-Rod's got a 35% chance to take third.
No.
But having watched a lot of A-Rod Yankee baseball, he would have tried, right? In the ninth,
For sure.
down 8-2 with nobody out. He absolutely would have tried to take third. Here's Babe Ruth, who I don't have the stones to pinch hit for.
Get out. Oh, did
Doesn't
he catch that?
in the
Darn,
crowd?
Bellinger. Come on.
I
Should
guarantee,
have started Babe Herman out there.
I guarantee he got beat up, though, given where he made that catch. Hey, here's Tony Lazzari with all the power. Wild pitch. All right, let me do the math. Nah, we're still hosed, but might be a sacrifice.
We got to send it.
Yeah, right.
Where's he at? Like 20%?
65 with 2 outs.
I mean, you can't send him, right?
No, not down 8-2.
Yeah.
You know, A-Rod was like, what the? I had that. Here's Roger Maris. Koufax. Can't tell them. This guy hit 61.
Oh,
You got quite no.
And
not
Bellinger's
enough.
just Willie Mays out there in
Yeah,
right field.
Bellinger's killing us. 8-2
The
Dodgers.
final score from Yankee Stadium, Los Angeles 8, New York 2. Sandy
I feel like
Koufax
we really showed something at the end there, though.
3-0 on
Yeah,
the
in the
Some
heart
season.
of
assumption.
the heart of
Guidry
a
is 0
champion,
3.
or maybe a wild
0-1.
card winner.
Babe Herman hit home run number 4 on the season. Gil Hodges hit number
13 Ks. Just
Snyder hit
killed
number
us.
2. Tony
No
Lattimore
plus stuff, though. Just an average day for Sandy
regular
Koufax.
3
Koufax,
hours,
yeah.
29 minutes.
Good thing they let him throw the whole game, though. He only threw 145 pitches. Like, no big deal. No wonder his arm hurt. No thanks to Goose Gossage and Sparky Lyle,
Wow.
who combined to throw 1/3 of an inning and give up 5 earned runs. That's tough. Oh, I shrunk it on accident. It's fine. I'm sure Koufax was the player of the game. So, yeah, that's how it goes. Sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield, and sometimes you're Sandy freaking Koufax.
Bad luck. Bad luck.
Yeah, kudos to the Dodgers for their big win. They take the series of New York, expand their lead out in the NL West. So that's Eternal Baseball. Ran a little long tonight, but always it was lots of drama. And we got a couple things right, so we always like it when things happen the way we expected. If you like the Eternal Baseball podcast, we hope you come back. We'll see you next week. We're always on Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. You can also find Eternal Baseball on our homepage at eternalbaseball.com, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We are not hard to find. And like we always say, we'll never know any team better than their own diehard fans. So if you see somebody who needs to sit, somebody who needs to start, a pitcher we missed maybe, we may take fan suggestions all the time, provided the stats back them up. So don't just say, Frankie Frisch sucks.
Where's
Ozzie Smith. Oh, yeah. Where's Campy? Where's Dave Concepcion? He's better than Barry Larkin, actually. Newsflash. How come Tony Perez doesn't start over Joey Votto? Because he's not as good. But give us the stats. If your stats prove it out and back it up, we'll make it happen. Anyway, we'll have we always have the scoreboard up and the box scores up first thing in the morning. So check it out tomorrow and see how your team is doing. And we'll see you next week on another thrilling edition of the Eternal Baseball Podcast.
Thanks, everyone.